I am William Poet. I decided to open up just a minute early to see who is out there. So excited, so grateful. We're on the cusp of a new age in the history of humankind, and the fact that you guys are curious, interested, and excited. I can't thank you enough for your energy. What we're going to do is we're going to wait a minute or two for our tribe to assemble. Probably expecting around 100 people today, which is really cool because I just announced this Monday. We've got friends joining us on LinkedIn. We've got friends joining us on Facebook and on YouTube Live. And my intention is to make sure that all of you who show up today are rewarded and that you find massive value in the time we spend together. So we are live. It is now 12 o'clock on the dot. So I'm not exactly sure how this works. I've only done a few of these, but people should be getting notifications and start popping in. So welcome. Over the next 50 minutes, maybe an hour, I'm going to be sharing with you. My goal is to excite a desire and a passion in you to really explore this tool. And that's really, really key. I'm not here to make a value judgment on whether it's good or whether it's bad. It is here. And I want to make sure that my clients, my friends, you know how to leverage this and play with this and make incredible art, increase and scale your impact, and really understand kind of the scope and breadth of what's happening. So I'm going to wait another minute or two. We can kind of cruise through. I'm going to be sharing some of this art with you guys. The two aspects of AI that I'm going to be focusing on today, I'm going to be focusing on ChatGPT, and I'm going to be focusing on Midjourney. And the way you can look at this, ChatGPT is the knowledge base, the content creator, the super brain. Midjourney is the graphics creator, that component that allows me to take any concept, anything that I have in my imagination. I mean, some of these photographs are unbelievable, and these are all text to image, which is truly remarkable. I mean, it's really, really amazing. As you guys jump in, I don't want to spend a lot of time, but I know it kind of takes a minute for our family, our team to assemble. I'd love for you to share where you are and just kind of just in a sentence, your current relationship with AI. How invested in it are you? How experienced in it are you? And are you currently using it? Is it creating benefit and value in your life? So our intention today is we're going to kind of go big picture. What is happening? What is the state of the industry? Where might it be going? And then I want to get into I've got some really fun, practical examples for you guys. So you're going to get a chance to see firsthand how to leverage these tools. I've spent I don't know, a couple of 100 hours. We got Tommy Olson in the house, and he's in the exploring phase. I love that, Tommy. And it's, and I love Tommy. Tommy and I trained together in the martial arts a few hours ago, maybe a few decades ago. And I'm really going to look at this from a warrior's perspective. I was in a meeting just prior to going live with you guys. And one of my associates said, William, one of the things I enjoy about your perspective on this is you're not here, placing a value on this, whether it's the worst thing that ever happened or whether it's the second coming. You're really looking at this as a tool. And that's going to be the presentation that I share with you guys today. So I want to wait maybe 2 more minutes to have a few more people. We've got William. God, I've got this weird logo right in covering where people pop in. I don't know if I can make that go away. Let's see if I can make that go away. We've got graphics, logo. I'm going to make my logo go away. Oh, there we go. State of the industry. It's a war zone. Oh, William, 100%. I mean, I said, I'm probably going to say this a couple of times during our presentation today, but I am a huge student of history. I've invested probably a couple hundred hours in not only understanding these tools, understanding what's happening, watching not only how-to videos, but really getting into the minds of the creators and the state of the industry. And I believe we are currently at the most transformational point in history, in humankind. Do I know where that transformation is taking us? I don't. I don't think anyone does. Do I believe? Here's what I believe, and I'll be sharing with you guys what I know, what I believe, what I am forecasting. Prior to AI, I got my master's degree at Pepperdine in business, and this is going back, I think, maybe 4 or 5 years. Our speaker at the 50th anniversary of the business school was from the Institute of the Future in Palo Alto. And he was talking about Industry 4.0. We are in Industry 4.0. Industry 4.0 is the age of AI and automation. Now, when he said this, I just got a text. When does my live start? It has started. When he did this presentation, I don't think any of us had a full understanding of the speed that this would happen. ChatGPT was released on November 30th, and we now have over 100 million users. There has been a faster adoption rate of this technology, exponentially faster than anything that has ever happened. So the William is right. It's a war zone. There is massive disruption, and the disruption is happening in areas that I wouldn't have imagined. One of the industries that's being rocked right now is the fashion industry, because large organizations, Levi Strauss is running a modeling campaign solely using AI generated models. And so everything is up in the air, everything is shifting. My goal today is we're going to be focusing on 2 tools. I think the 2 most easy to deploy and understand tools, and that's ChatGPT and Midjourney AI. And what I'm going to do is, and I want you guys to think about this. Let me unshare for a second so I can really connect with you guys. Here's what I'm observing. There's a lot of emotional energy around AI right now. There are people that are embracing it. There are people who hate it. There are people who are shaking their fists at it. There are lots and lots of reactions to AI. And I come from a very pragmatic perspective. I was a close quarter combat instructor 30 years ago. My background and expertise is in martial arts. So I am looking at this from the perspective of a warrior, and this is our new reality. It's not whether it's necessarily good or necessarily bad. There is this super tool that has shown up on the playing field, and to William's point, the war zone. And either I'm going to learn how to leverage it or I'm not. And I can't imagine that we've got some here. It's going live soon. William, did you get a notification? It looks like I've got someone who's trying to log in, and it's not saying that it's live yet, which is a little bit of a bummer. I don't have a waiting room. If you or Tommy can let me know, how did you get notified that we were up and running? Because I'm getting some text from people who are in the waiting room. Is your session live on LinkedIn? We are live. I'm going to take a moment. I'm going to troubleshoot. If you guys would just stand by, let me see what is happening. Yeah, I'm getting all kinds of messages. I got people out there who aren't able to play with us, and that's never okay. So let me get into LinkedIn, and LinkedIn said it was live. Yes, there was a push notification. Okay, so wow, that's weird. You guys are here. Gotta love this new technology that's happening so fast. We're not always able to access it. Here's the event, disrupting. We are live. Yeah, we are. Yes, it's live. Join. I'm live. I don't know why people aren't able to get in, but you guys are in. So I'm gonna run with what I've got. That is a bummer. I don't know why these people can't join us, but not a perfect world. So you guys are here. I'm going to hope other people are going to figure out how to join the party. There's no point in restarting. So I know William's in, I know Tommy's in. Is there anybody else that got a push notification that has joined us? Because it's 10 after, so your time is precious, my time is precious. We've got to make this happen. And I think I want to jump right into it. So looks like I got William and Tommy. And what do I want you guys to take away? Here's what I want you guys to take away. There are people that are resisting it. There are people that are embracing it. My objective, looking at this as a tool, and let me kind of step back and give you guys a global concept of how I have been trained to look at the world, because I think it's going to be really helpful in the context of AI. In our teachings, in our organization, in our frameworks, there is a word called tatsujin. A tatsujin is a fully actualized person. This is someone who is physically, intellectually, emotionally, spiritually, and energetically optimized. So we have these 5 elements or quotients. And in order to thrive in life, it's our belief that you can't neglect any of these. And so we meet a lot of what we would call disintegrated people, and we meet disintegrated organizations where one element might be really powerful. You meet people that have amazing physiques. Their physical quotient is fully optimized, but they might not be the nicest people in the world. They might have very low emotional intelligence. They might not be able to pay their Edison bills. So they don't have a lot of spiritual intelligence or service intelligence. And so when I look at the AI, what has happened for the first time in history, and it's really important, it's really critical, is up until now, the range in intelligence quotients went from 210, the smartest person ever tested, down to 70 and below, which we consider to be severely learning handicapped. Don, the link in the meeting says it's waiting for a start. Oh, that is such a bummer. I don't know how to change that. Well, kudos to you guys for jumping in. It is fantasy at this time, but it's a powerful tool. So I'm going to share with you guys a technique that I'm using, and you guys are relentless and you figured out how to get in, so you're going to get it. There is a way for those of us that are playing with it to leverage it. And what's happening is people are going into ChatGPT, and what I'm finding is we have a super brain. So Einstein was tested. I got 3 notifications of clicking on you. All right, boom. Thank you, Don. I'm going to have to figure out this glitch and save it. I was able to join on both my phone and computer. Okay, we've got some people coming in. Wrap your head around this idea. Einstein's IQ was 165. Highest IQ ever tested was 210. And with that limited capacity, we are in the world we now experience and share together. We have placed a man on the moon. I'm broadcasting to you guys live in a cabin on a ranch without any cable or feed. This is going through a cellular hotspot. And this has all been created with minds of IQs ranging from 75 to 210. The potential behind AI, and so William, I would challenge you about it being a fantasy at this time, because GPT-4 passed the bar exam in the top 10%. And this is what I want you guys to kind of lock your brains around. It simultaneously passed an advanced level economics exam. It passed the physics, accounting, law, language, the number of disciplines, and to become a master of the law, to pass in the top 10% of the law can take one person's lifetime. We have access to a tool that has a college level or higher proficiency in physics, in organizational behavior, in strategy, in accounting, in all of these disciplines. And the people that are going in and using it tend to be using it for a medial levels at best. So what I'm going to be sharing with you guys is a way to go in and we share this with all of our clients, and I'm sharing this with you guys today. Anytime you build a strategy, anytime you come up with a plan, you want to start from the highest perspective possible. We start from 50,000 feet, and then we build that strategy down to boots on the ground. And we want that strategy to be fully integrated, and we want access to as many brilliant minds as possible. And so what's happening is there are a lot of people, AI versus self-learning, how much of AI is garbage in, garbage out at this point? Great question. And I'm going to do a Q&A. Stick around. I'm going to be here for an hour. So I really want to answer some questions for you guys. And here's the key. It really is garbage in, garbage out. So much of what you have to learn how to do is you need to have absolute clarity. You need to have clarity of outcome. And this is really incredible because if we're leading an organization, if we're leading a team, the value that we bring, this is Satya Nadella said this 5 years ago. What he looks for from leaders is clarity and energy. So I want to show you guys a way to go in and prompt these tools to get exponentially better answers. And yes, there are flaws and there are weaknesses and there are challenges, but the way it can access and process information is phenomenal. And I just want to give you guys an example because I think there is no better way to do that. So I'm going to pop in and I'm going to share my screen with you guys. And I want to do a little bit of an example. I'm going to start a new chat. And I'm going, if you guys have the paid version, you can get access to GPT-4. And this is where I want to blow a little bit of our minds. GPT 3.5, which is the default version, had limited success at passing tests. It failed a college level economics test. It only passed the bar. No worries, William. Only passed the bar in the top 10%. GPT-4, a 90-day iteration, went from top 10%, lower 10% to top 10% of students passing the bar. 3.5 failed the college standards economics exam. 4 passed it. So let's just watch me and let's have some fun. I'm going to go into ChatGPT and I'm going to go, if you can see default mode, for $20, you get access to GPT-4. I'm going to ask it, who is William Poet and my company and 9Q Solutions. Forgive my slow typing. This is going to be your response. Unless you have had massive impact in the world prior to 2021, you go in and you're going to ask a question. Now, this is what I have discovered to be part of the secret sauce. I'm going to come into this next chat. If you look on my left-hand screen, you can create chats, and in these chats, it can remember. So, who is and 9Q Solutions? Oh, that's not impressive. And this is the beauty of real-time training. What's happening here? So what I did is, oh, okay. Forgive me. I can't get any sound. Oh God, this is so funny. Anyways, you know what? We're doing this live real time. This is a prompt about ChatGPT-4. What is the why are people afraid of ChatGPT-4? Let's ask that question. Now remember, ChatGPT doesn't know it. The secret sauce is can fetch nothing more. Why are people afraid of ChatGPT? Hold on, William. I would love it if you would open your mind and stay with me, because when I can get these glitches done, I believe I will give you something valuable. Why are people afraid of AI? So what I've done, and there might be a time lag, and I guess this is great sharing with you guys. ChatGPT has only been educated up until 2021. ChatGPT doesn't understand what's happening in the world today. So when I go into ChatGPT, and this is what I'm going to be sharing with you guys, and I really have found this to be the secret sauce in terms of getting value. So ChatGPT is going through, it's answering these questions about what it's afraid of, misinformation. Let me share with you guys a slightly different prompt. I grew up on a cattle ranch, and on a ranch, you have to learn how to prime a pump. And in order to get the most out of AI, you really have to learn how to prime it, how to set things up. So what I've done, we're going to come in here and I'm going to share with you guys, and I'm going to give you guys a copy of this document. Again, forgive me. I had this all set up, ready to go. And here we go. This is what I wanted to show you guys. Our 9Q solutions prompt. This is how I set ChatGPT up. And if you guys can take a moment, I'm going to blow this up. I think you're going to find this a very interesting way to begin a dialogue. So take a moment, scan through this. When I'm using AI, I want to create a board of advisors. I'm using it on a regular basis. Our teams are using it on a regular basis, really for brainstorming. Brainstorming around strategy, brainstorming around marketing programs, brainstorming around how to create valuable content for the people that they are working with and for. So what I've had to do is every time I go in, and I did it this morning, and here's what you learn in real time. It has apparently a limited memory window. I prompt it to put together my board of advisors. The next thing I want it to do is I want it to respond in real time to using my style. And then the other thing that I need to do is I need to make sure that it is familiar with who I am and the current state of AI. So this is going to take a minute, and thank you guys for bearing with me, but let's do this in real time. And William says it has no imagination. It might not have an imagination, but it has the ability to process in a really powerful way. So we're just going to do, you guys are going to be, we're going to do a real-time laboratory exercise, and let's see how much fun you can have with this. So I am entering my prompt. So, one of the things ChatGPT will try to do is it's going to try to create answers even without a question. So I'm telling it, as I prime it to give it this information, just give me some dots and then we're going to go. I've got 3 more things to load. So let me jump back into my prompt document, and I'm going to grab this next. And so what I've done is I've created a Word doc that has all the relevant information it needs to know about our company. And, took a little bit of time, not too much. I basically just scraped stuff from our website. And another challenge that you have is there's a limited amount of information you can load before it'll kind of overload itself. So I'm going to pause here. I'm going to grab this, drop it into ChatGPT. So there's another section. This is not the ultimate in flow, but I promise if you stick around, you'll find some value. Oh, now it's starting to answer. One more second. I'm going to pop into this document and grab another section. And because I guess doing everything online is a little bit wonky. Forgive me, hold on. And while you guys are here, if you want to pop a couple questions on the board, that would be great. All right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pivot. This running into some technical challenges, not creating what I was intending to create. So here's going to be the pivot. I'm going to create a new chat, and I want to show you guys some different thoughts on how to engage and use this. So forgive me. This is the first shot out of the gate. Not where I expected, but let's see if we can pivot and create massive value for you guys in the limited time that we have left. So what I've done, I created a couple, I pre-infused some prompts. Let's go back into ChatGPT. I have one for you. Are you familiar with the digital twins? No, William, but fire that in while I am working on this pivot, which is really, really interesting. What's a typo? Sorry. Okay. Here's what I want to do, guys. And again, forgive me, my apologies. I had seeded it. It crashed. I want to shift into Mid-Journey. ChatGPT is being a little wonky. And again, here's a critical tool. And to William's point, this is an imperfect tool. I will say that I've been able to use it, not live, apparently, on how to seed it. But let's shift to the visual component, and just talk a moment about Mid-Journey. William, I love that. I love your help on that. In fact, here's what I'm going to do, because this isn't flowing the way I had intended. I'm going to stop my share. I'm going to have a conversation. The universe, I've learned to trust. Technology, not so much. I'll share my experience with you, used for simulation in real time. William, I'd love to actually maybe get on the phone with you when this is done, because I think you've got some really great insights. Here is how I'm using it and the value that I found and some of the challenges that I found. And unfortunately, the live demo that I was going to show you guys isn't going to happen. I have created 2 prime prompts. I have one document that explains to ChatGPT for who I want to talk to, what expertise and specialties. Now, because our company is involved in strategy, systems, and execution for organizations, I want ChatGPT to leverage that knowledge and data. Then I've got about 4 pages of information specifically to our company, our frameworks, and what we do. I load that information into ChatGPT. When you load it, you've got to segment it, because it can only handle, I think, 2,500 characters at a time. Once I prime that, the next thing I do is I prime it with current information on ChatGPT 4. What is the state of the industry today? And I've got another probably 4 or 5 page document. The latest articles going right up to yesterday's call from some of the biggest players in the AI space to put a freeze on AI, and because we don't really understand the consequences. So I load those in, and from that point, I'm able to get a very lucid and aligned structure to elevating our company's vision, mission, value, goals. From our vision, mission, value, goals, and the way it works in real time, and I'm going to do my best to describe it to you. I give it a prompt. It will give me feedback. The feedback is either spot on or off. I'll grab it. I'll move it to another document, and then I will infuse it with my knowledge, my background, my experience. I'll drop it back in. Can I get some insights of using for recruitment industry? Hey, Sagar. Yeah. Again, here's what's really critical, and I love the question. See my profile in private group, circus and parts. I may not be able. Okay, William, 100% going to connect with you. Sagar, let me answer that question. Insights for recruiting. what I have found, the greatest value that I'm getting out of ChatGPT is high level brainstorming. So instead of, I tend to process, and this is kind of fun, and you might be able to relate to this. I speak. And so I will come up with ideas, I'll go back and forth. And as those ideas with a partner or really smart individual are challenged, my ideas become solidified, they become vibrationally, I get greater clarity and more focus. So I am now, as opposed to driving my partner a little bit nuts with how I process, I'm going in and I'm using my advisory board in ChatGPT to brainstorm. And when I give it specific requests, so as a copywriting expert, give me 5 ways that I can elevate this document or this idea. Or as an expert in business strategy and branding from Wharton, how would you improve this? I am able to, in a co-author, co-creative way, exponentially improve the quality of my outcome, and I can do it so much quicker. What we're looking for in our company and the companies that we serve is we're looking for clarity and we're looking for continuity. So most organizations, if you kind of get under the hood and you look at their frameworks from the vision, mission, value, goals into this year's 2023 strategy, into the KPIs and execution plans for their teams, are very disjointed and disconnected. You see a lot of cultural gaps. Here's a simple example between espoused values and lived values. And anytime there is what we would call an energetic gap, there is a bleed and there's a disconnect and energy's lost. So I'm using ChatGPT 4 as a co-creator to ensure that there is continuity and alignment of every aspect of our company, from vision, mission, value, goals into our 2023 strategy, and then going into our high value projects, targets, KPIs, and SOPs. So it's an amazing tool to do high level work, co-creating high level work. The other value to it, and here's what I think a lot of people are doing. They're going in and they're saying, hey, can you create social media content for me? That's of limited value if the social media content isn't in alignment and integrity with who the core values of your company, who your company is at a core. So Copilot is the best way to see it. Okay, nice, William. Thank you for that. Copilot is, now, are you talking about Copilot? You're not talking about Microsoft Copilot. You're talking about a different Copilot. So, Sagar, going to you, imagine this, what we would call energetic integrity and alignment. Now, the other thing that ChatGPT is exceptional at is creating outlines. So we've gone in, we've really highlighted our company's vision, mission, value, goals. We have articulated the 5. Oh, in fact, here's something that I can share with you guys, which is a direct product of ChatGPT. And you guys, hey, you're awesome for sticking with me. I know we've got things have been a little bit wonky here, but I'm going to share this Word doc with you guys. And this is all part of my prime. So I shared with you guys at the beginning the way I prime ChatGPT. I want it to be an expert in these disciplines because they're relevant to my company. I am working on specific projects, and I have taught it how to write in my tone and style. And I'll be sharing with you guys in the future how to do that. Now, the next phase of this prompt is, before we begin, I need you to be clear about who William Poet, Dr. Lara Ciel, and 9Q Solutions is. I also needed to know about the current state of AI in 2023. So I go through a process and then I ask it to facilitate. So this is what we've generated. Now, our company has been in existence in its current state, 9Q Solutions, for, I'm going to say 5 years. What we've done, and if you look at these current vision, mission, values, and our value proposition, I've used ChatGPT to align and integrate these. And the other thing that I've done is I'm incredibly clear that moving forward, organizations need to have AI, a strategic plan to leverage AI as part of Industry 4.0. Because Industry 4.0 is here. The speed at which it disrupts us, the speed at which it impacts us, that's open for debate. The fact that it is currently causing massive disruption isn't open for debate. So I moved down. What are 5 amazing things about 9Q Solutions? Again, these have all been aligned through our core company values, mission, goals. And I don't need you to read these. 5 top reasons to hire 9Q Solutions in the age of AI. So these were co-created in a matter of moments. And here, Sagar, is where I hope I can give you some real value. From this vision, mission, value, goals, which is all kind of high level, 50,000 feet, now we want to create an aligned marketing strategy. How do we brand, message, and bring the value of what we're doing out in the world, leveraging AI? So if I pop over, I'm going to open one more document and you guys can kind of gander at that. Let me find. Detailed design. Oh, so this is awesome. So one of the tactical steps, let me pop over here and share this with you guys. One of the tactical steps that I co-authored and co-created through ChatGPT is, in general, Microsoft does not own that word. I asked the board to help us develop a brand strategy or a marketing strategy that would really honor the DNA of our company. And it popped out a 9-step process of how to build, leverage our brand, how to deploy campaigns. And then the next aspect is actually having it deploy. So again, let me stop sharing for a second. Think of ChatGPT, and I think William will appreciate this, as it's one of the world's, it's an incredibly powerful dumb genie, I guess is the best way I would describe it. William said earlier on, garbage in, garbage out, and 100% correct. The way I gain value out of ChatGPT is by the level of clarity of the questions or prompts I provide it with. My recommendation and what I really want you guys to take away from our training today, or time together today, is when you go in, the first thing I believe you need, if you're a small to mid-sized business, is you're not looking for generic answers. You need answers specific to your organization. And so you need to create a prime. And what I'll do for you guys who showed up today, you can PM me. And again, this is happening so fast. And obviously today is a little bit of a wonky presentation, but PM me and I'll just send you a copy of the primes that I use. So step number 1, spend the $20, get the full access version. The reason why you want to do that is if you get the free version of ChatGPT, you're going to get throttled. And what that means is you're going to be in the middle of a project and it's going to say server overload and you're out and you lose everything. By spending the $20 and getting the paid access, you have you create a library, you create a history, and you also get access to 4.0. You get limited, you get 25 questions per 3 hours, but you will get better, more thoughtful, concise, integrated responses. When you're in, start from the highest level possible. So really work on the 50,000 foot. You're sitting with your board of advisors. You want to make sure there's clarity and integrity of the vision, mission, value, goals of your organization. Then you can drop in, or you can have it co-create an outline. This is really important because it's limited in the amount of content it will generate. Have it give you a detailed outline for a 90-day, 120-day marketing plan, a recruitment plan for your industry, Sagar. Then once you have what I would call your aligned and integrated strategy, now you can use it to build brand awareness. You can use it to build content. You can use it to build, so it can create newsletters, right? Now that I've primed it, it understands who my company is, it understands our value proposition, it understands who our ideal specific customers are. Now, as I look at the outline, the marketing outline that it co-created with me, well, part of it's a content strategy. And we need to generate newsletters. We need to provide clear value for anyone before they want to have a relationship with us. And it's exceptional at co-creating and completing tactical jobs for you. What I want you to take away from this today is that I think most people are making the mistake, those who are actually going in and using it, of going right to the tactical. They're using it to write emails. They're using it to help with text. They're using it to generate content, but it isn't aligned content. It isn't integrated content. And so what you're getting is kind of, Parmesan is not why I'm here. Gauging landscapes are, you're one of my lab rats. No insult intended. Hey, William, no problem, brother. We're all out here figuring out how to use this tool. I wish I could have given you the presentation intended, but having 35 years as a human performance expert, I know a little bit about flow. So we are now flowing to another segment. High level, 50,000 feet. We're looking for energetic alignment and integrity. And it's incredibly difficult, time consuming, and a waste of energy to consume or create in a vacuum. So you're able to jump in, get this high level integrity of your company's vision, mission, value, goals. From your vision, mission, value, goals, generate a strategy. From your strategy, get support with your brand. And again, use outlines, have it generate outlines. And what you do, it's never going to give you what you want. It's going to spew out generic AI speak. But the formats and a lot of the content is incredible. Grab it, take it to a Word doc, massage it, make it better, drop it back in the document. Ask your board of advisors to elevate it. Give me 5 ways you would improve on this content, and it will answer that question. So it's a really amazing way to co-create, to elevate the quality of what you're doing, the alignment of what you're doing. And again, so every morning when I go in, regardless of what I'm working on, I begin with my priming. And it takes, now I've got it down, I can prime it in less than 5 minutes. I add all the information about 9Q Solutions. I add all the information about the state of AI, which I'm adding to every day. This morning, I added the article by a lot of the AI architects saying we got to put the brakes on this because we don't know where it's going. Then I get outlines for my strategic deployment, and it can get as granular as you want. One of the other thing that I like to do is as I'm going into the granular, more tactical components of these tools, I'm saying, make sure that our college intern can deploy this. So now we've got a 90-day complete marketing and sales strategy outline. Go back in and grab one section of the outline, and it will say, I don't know, weekly newsletter on such and such a topic. That's in the outline. So now we're down to 10,000 feet. You can go in then and use it to generate the actual content. So again, what I have found it to be such a powerful tool for, and let me go back to 50,000 feet. There is a professor at Stanford. So philosophical. Is it good? Is it bad? Again, I mentioned at the beginning, my background is as a warrior. I was a close quarter combat instructor. My specialty was knife fighting. I don't ever want to be in a knife fight. I'll use a firearm before I use a knife. If I don't have a knife, I'll use my coffee mug. I'll use a toaster. I've been conditioned to use whatever tool is available to me to create the greatest possible outcome. AI is here. It's imperfect, but it is an amazing tool. It is an amazing tool to access information you don't have, to execute in ways exponentially faster than you normally would, and to move the needle. So again, the Stanford professor was talking, and God bless him, he teaches creativity in technology. And so high level concept for you to think about. What's going to happen with this super brain? Version 4 is a super brain. It's an imperfect super brain, but now they're creating add-ons that allow it to browse the net. They're creating features that allow it to, or require it to be more diligent in the sources that it quotes. So you're getting better answers, faster answers, more real-time answers. But what the professor shared, which I love, is our optimal window in Industry 4.0, which is here, by the way, the age of AI and automation. It's in 0 to 1. How much time and energy did your company spend in 0 to 1? How much time and energy do you spend in 0 to 1? And what's 0 to 1? 0 to 1 is the space of creation. It's where you are imagining new products, new services, new ways of leveraging these tools to create greater outcomes and opportunities for the marketplace. 1 to a trillion is all about duplication. One of the things that the small competitive edge we still have over China, they're experts at 1 to a million. What does that mean? It means they steal our technology, they reverse engineer it, and they nail it. They are not quite as good, and there's cultural reasons for this, in that 0 to 1 space, that creative space. So big picture, and this is kind of really what I want you guys to take away from this training is AI is going to force and require you, and actually to get better output, as William said early on, garbage in, garbage out. Spend 10, 15 minutes on a Word doc, really getting clear about the outcomes. Spend a day working on your prime. What information do you want it to have so that it can be a highly relevant tool as you leverage it and deploy it in whatever facet of your business you need it to be? And again, high level, start at 50,000 feet. You are looking for energetic integrity, fetching good answers. That's needed. Distinct, generally specific, it shines. We'll see what the future holds. 100%. Specificity, clarity. So here's the other thing. I've been teaching strategy and leadership for 30 years. I've worked with the world's best leaders of billion-dollar global companies. What they bring to the organization, what they bring to the marketplace is they bring clarity and specificity. Clarity and specificity provide channels for energy to flow through. When you are working with ChatGPT and when you're working with Midjourney, and we can play with that for a minute if you guys want to hang around, it is an amazing servant currently, but it's not a hyper-intelligent servant. It can't read your mind. So spend more time investing in how you're going to prime it. Spend more time investing in how you are going to prompt it, specifically what you need. And then the other takeaway I really want you guys to have today is go 50,000 feet, 40, 30, 20, 10, ground level. And when you do that, your ground level execution, if you want a 30-day social media content, which is great, and it can generate for you in 10 seconds, if that content isn't aligned to the higher global strategy of your company, it's really valueless. And it's just going to look more and more like the white noise that's being generated out there. The other really cool component that I'm having a great time with, which I had mentioned, is Midjourney. So Midjourney, and real quick, I don't even know how many people are here. I know I didn't do what I intended to do. We're kind of at the 50-minute mark. I know I've got a text from like 30 people who couldn't get in. So I'm going to have to figure that glitch out. I will give the original presentation because there was some real power and value that I wanted to provide you guys with. So, and I don't give up. I'm relentless. Are there any questions on, well, any questions in general on anything. Any we can go, I'm going to stick around for another 10 minutes. High level philosophical. We can go low level. How are you using the Mid-Journey graphics creator, which I am, by the way. It's an amazing way when we generate content to create content that is totally aligned with our content vision, mission, and values. So I don't know who's here. I'm going to go ahead and pull up Mid-Journey and just kind of play in that for a little bit with you guys. Numbers will improve. Hang there. Oh yeah. Hey William, I don't feel bad. I've been doing this forever. I am really interested in your group, so I hope you can message that to me. And I just feel bad because I know there are a whole bunch of people. But here's another thing. I trust. Excuse me. Things work out as they should, when they should. And obviously today I wasn't meant to give the presentation intended. So I'm not sure who's here. William, I appreciate you for hanging around. And again, looking forward to learning more about you. I guess I can wrap with this. AI is. Industry 4.0 is. All the people out there who are shaking their fists at it, who love it, who hate it, who are investing a lot of emotional energy in it, positive or negative, I think are kind of missing it. I think it's a tool. It's an imperfect tool, but it's an incredibly powerful tool, just as this as Google was when Google first came out. Yeah, 100%. And I'm not sure who your name is. And it really is. We are literally living in the void. And we are playing and experimenting with things that the designers and creators don't fully understand. And my only recommendation here, I will make a declarative statement for what it's worth. I'm 61 years young. I've never been more excited. Oh, hey, Tommy, I honestly have never felt younger, more curious, more engaged than I do right now. I know that I have been, I'm going to use the word blessed, but with a caveat because I'm not sure where it's headed. But I am living during a time of human disruption, impact, unlike anything we've ever seen. And I do know that it's here. As a warrior, it's a tool I intend to leverage. My declarative statement is, in 2023, developing AI literacy. Thank you, William. Appreciate it. I do not believe you or any company out there will make a greater investment this year than developing AI literacy. And just let me kind of, I'll wrap with this. Microsoft invested $10 billion in OpenAI, the creators of ChatGPT, while it simultaneously laid off 10,000 employees. So what will happen this year? This isn't me being Nostradamus. Individuals that are AI literate will become exponentially more productive. They will become exponentially more valuable to their companies and teams. And this is across the board. I got in a debate with someone on a different platform. The guy said, I'm a plumber. It's not going to affect me. It is going to affect you, because there is a plumber out there who, yeah, you too, William, who is learning how to leverage this. And that plumber is going to have the best marketing plan. That plumber is going to have access to where to get his materials. That plumber is going to have access to training protocols that accelerate the speed and time to get a job done. And there's a great example in the demo of GPT-4 where a person in the demo, they had a leak upstairs. They were in the kitchen, and ChatGPT walked them through the solution, so they didn't need to hire a plumber. So this is relevant to everyone. I am committed, and I will be bringing more and more better, cleaner, leaner tools, trainings, and topics on this subject. William and Tommy, you guys are super badass, and a couple of you other guys who figured out how to get in. I don't know why the rest of the folks couldn't. I'm going to troubleshoot that. I'm going to be back next week, and it will be better, tighter, and elevated. I guarantee you. I will be using ChatGPT to help me troubleshoot. And until then, I hope you have a really amazing day. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your energy. And I am out. This wild adventure continues. Thanks, you guys.